So tonight we're calling this a leaders retreat rally. And what we want you to get from this tonight is it's kind of all the questions you probably have. It's why should I go? What happens there? Does anyone else have good things to say about it? Did it change anybody's life? Like you will have all these questions because look, let's just be real. To get to leaders retreat, you have to work. And if you're going to put the work in, you better know that it's worth it, right? So what I do want you to think in your head is, oh my goodness, it's a free trip for me and someone else to another place. It's amazing on Plexus. But I also don't want you to think, oh my goodness, it's a free trip for me and someone else to another place on Plexus, because this isn't just a trip. It is a leadership conference. And one of the things I know about leadership is this. Leadership is knowledge. It's growing in the skills that you need to have. But if it stopped there, knowledge is not enough. Leadership is action, and that action changes you as much as the person that you're leading. And I'm just telling you, I'm going to put it out there. It is the most gratifying thing to be able to be a part of someone's story, to be a person that they can say, if it weren't for them, I would have never experienced X, Y, or Z. So why don't we raise our hands really quick before I pass this to my friend, Katie, who here thought that they would never, ever, ever be able to go on a trip with their family. They would always have to put a tent in the backyard and have a little staycation. They just never dreamed that they'd ever be able to do anything like at a nice hotel, a nice dinner for their families. And then because of Plexus, just raise your hand, because of Plexus, you got to do something that you never thought you would be able to do. Raise your hand. Okay. These are the stories that you're going to get to hear tonight. And this is why we're doing this event. So you're going to hear strategy, you're going to hear the belief, you're going to hear the why. By the way, hello, my name is Jennifer Leith. I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and I'm so excited you're on our Leaders Retreat Rally because we want to see you in Orlando. We still have a month and a half left of this contest, and there is zero reason why you can't be there. And if you're on here going, there's no way, I don't have that belief, then you won't, and you're right, you'll never earn it. But if you could say, I believe I can, if you could dream a little bit bigger, if you could say, you know what, it's worth it to be uncomfortable, to be able to experience the big things of life, then I know you'll be there. We'll be rubbing shoulders in Orlando, and it's going to be the best. So if my friend Katie is on, I'm going to have her unmute, and she's going to share with you strategy. If you're brand new, she's going to share with you about that action plan to get you to Leaders Retreat, and then we'll keep going. Katie, go for it.
Hey everyone, I'm Katie Ciccarelli. I am driving to Christmas play practice, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. All right, so thank you, Jen, for letting me share it, and I am so excited because Leaders Retreat has a special place in my heart. It was the first big thing that I ever earned in Texas as a Senior Gold Ambassador. But you guys, not only did I earn Leaders Retreat as a Senior Gold, I earned it all, like shopping spree, everything. And so all that to say, if you're sitting over there going, oh, my team's not very big, oh, I only have a month and a half left, that's okay. You have everything it takes to get to Leaders Retreat, and then whatever prize you want to go for is up to you. Like literally, you can get this done. Okay, so I broke it down today. Last week I had a friend, she joined me. She's brand new, it barely has her products, and she's like, I'm going to be in Orlando. And I'm like, you're going to be in Orlando. So we broke it down. So this is what we found for someone who's brand new, like literally has no one under them at all. To break it down to earn the trip, what that would take for her. And of course, it's going to be different if you have a team or if you're at a different rank or whatever. But that
I was hoping it would resolve itself. Maybe she'll pop back on. But I have her action plan, and I want you just to really
3 times gold. And then, which is crazy. And then you will also have silver, senior silver, and gold because of the way the 6 points and the 5 points for your silvers and people under you. So literally that's it. 9 level 1s and 4 silvers under you. So this is how I'm breaking it down for my friend Emma. She is doing a messenger chat. They're all the rage. If you don't know what they are, go to your Jewel and ask them to help you with this. Okay. If not, I have verbiage I can send you later. But it's on the Jewel page, so any Jewels can access that. Basically, you get in your messenger thread and you create an event for anyone on your level 1s or below that wants to have one. And then they invite their friends. And if they sign up 2-3 people, they're going to go silver. And that's going to be a lot of points towards Orlando for you. So that's what I'm doing. Emma has one tomorrow, and then we are going to get 4 people signed up, and we're going to get each of them. We're going to offer them a special discount with the requirements of having a messenger event. Okay. So make it part of like the package. Like you're going to sign up, we're going to give you an extra $10, $20 off if you do an event with us. Because what that's going to do for them is they're going to possibly add at least 3 people. They're going to get $350 in the bank, and you're going to get silver points and also money in the bank for having silvers. And everyone wins. It's just literally covering their products for this month and next month for their investment, and everyone wins. And who knows, you might find a business builder you never thought would be a business builder. So that's what we're doing over here for her as a brand new silver. Retention and also re-ranks for anyone who's already like maybe a higher rank, like gold, senior gold or above. Maybe you don't have the ability to just rank up this month, and that's okay, but you can earn a lot of points if you help level 1s and 2s hit their rank again or rank up. So what I'm doing is I have a customer care chat with a lot of level 1s in it who just order here and there, and I'm going to offer them some sort of incentive to do a wellness event with me, which is going to be the messenger chat. So I'm going to try to find some level 1s who don't do this business, who just want some holiday cash, and I'm going to explain, hey, you grab 3 friends, you're going to earn $350. If you add 4 friends, you're going to add it's almost $420 with the bonuses. Okay, it's amazing. And then of course I'll be getting silver points towards contests. So that is how we're breaking it down. That's how I'm sharing with my team. I have it all written down. I sent it to Jen earlier for anyone that is brand new, like spanking new, like join today. You can do this contest, and you can hit that 700 this month, and you can move on towards the rest of the prizes next month. So that's what I got, Jen.
Perfect. And if you guys need more information on how to do these messenger chats that Katie's telling you about, ask your closest Jewel. Say, will you teach me how to do this? Will you do one with me? Because what's happening is when we get people immediately moving and grooving, inviting their friends and experiencing, even adding one. I don't know about anybody else, but when I first got that first bonus adding one, I mean, right now it's about $35. I thought I had to tutor for 3 hours to get that. I had to clean toilets to get that. I didn't have to do anything but share with one person. It really is important that we get people adding people as soon as possible. So that's huge for this contest. Leadership's Retreat is about helping people help their people. And that's exactly what Katie does, and she does it well. I have to tell you, she can talk to anybody about Plexus. I was just at a retreat with her, and I was sitting there like, okay, this girl is amazing. Like I was scared to do it, and she was not. So she talks the talk and walks the walk. Thanks, Katie. All right, we're going to pass it over to Cheryl. Cheryl's a diamond in our company, and I want you guys to hear what Leaders Retreat really did for her belief that helped her in that path to getting to the very top of our company. All right, Cheryl, here we go.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Thank you. I am excited to share a little bit with you tonight because Leaders Retreat was the first event, Plexus event I ever went to. And there are some diamonds and people who know exactly what year and what rank they were. Like I know none of that. I don't remember. Okay. So, but it was the first, I think it was 2017. I don't know. Anyway, we went, but this is interesting. When I was thinking about this, I'm going to give you a little background. Okay. I remember the year before, and I can't see, I'm sure Latoya is on here and maybe Alita and Lisa Youngs. Okay. I went shopping with them for clothes for them to go to Leaders Retreat the year before. And they were actually talking to me because I think it was in like Phoenix or Arizona or something like that. And they're like, you could come. And like, we were even looking at flights, but I was not really working the business at that point. I'm like, no. I was just happy shopping with them, but it planted a seed. Okay. I remember that when I was thinking about this. Fast forward the next year, I, had gone silver, probably gold, senior gold, whatever that was. But Leaders Retreat was the first event I went to. And it was the event that really led to my huge belief in Plexus, because I thought, wow, this is what Plexus is all about. And I thought it was really neat that you could earn it. And then the first, event, speaking that we went to, Alec and Tarl came out. Yeah, they were even a little more, they were a little awkward then, but they've definitely improved. But it was just so funny. They walked down stage, and one of the first things that Alex said, okay, was, if you're blessed, be a blessing. I was like looking around and I was like, are you kidding me? This is this is the company that I'm a part of. I was like, wow, I have never been in corporate America and had anybody say that, because I was coming from a CPA, public accounting. I'm like, yeah, nobody says that. So, I mean, I was sold on the belief and the integrity that they had. John Maxwell spoke that time. I was just like sold. The community, I couldn't believe it. It was like the whole package. And I was sold and I was like, yep, that's it. Like, I'm here, I'm going for it. Like, this is it. And that's what it can really do for you as well. So I want you to just listen to everything that everyone has to say. It's huge belief building. You want to do this and you can do this, just like Katie said.
Perfect. That's exactly what I want you to get from this. I mean, Cheryl has got so much belief in our products that that really does serve as an asset for her and her business. So take notes here tonight. Say, do I have belief in our products? Do I believe that I could do it? Do I have belief in myself as a leader? This is all part of that package and why Plexus will reward you. My first leaders retreat, I just couldn't ever feel comfortable because I felt like they rolled out the red carpet. I thought, do I deserve this? Like, I can't even believe that they think I'm so valuable. And that's the thing. How many of you guys have ever worked somewhere where you feel that valuable? It's a feeling that you don't get often, but when you do, you grab hold of it and you stay with it. And so we're going to hear from Lauren Bowen. So Lauren is actually killing it in the business. Lauren joined just recently. She is almost to the point of earning leaders retreat. And I want you guys to hear from her. What is it she's doing to really start this business off right? What is it about Plexus that she loves so much? And she's giving you that perspective of someone that hasn't been with the company for years and years. Lauren, here we go. Let's do this.
All right, here we go. Hey, ladies. So my name is Lauren Bowen. I am a single mama of one girl. She is 9 years old, and I lost my husband about 4 years ago. And so I've been doing the single mama thing for 4 years. Lots of ups and downs, lots of financial instability. And so Alita, being one of my best widows, said, why don't you try these products, give the business a go? And I was like, all right, I'll try the products. That was last year. And all of those products that I ordered from her last year never got used because I was like, all right, I'm going to say yes. And I didn't do anything with it. Then this year, something struck me and I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to Alita and I'm going to do this and I'm going to try the business and I'm going to believe in myself and believe in the fact that I can do this and that this could be a huge blessing to my daughter and myself and to my bank account. I am a people person. I absolutely love people. And this is like the prime thing for me because I want to share everything. I want to share all the things with everybody. So my strategies, let's see, I started on September 23rd and I hit silver within, I think it was 2 weeks. I can't remember the exact days. I am senior silver now, and my goal is to be gold by Thanksgiving next week. I am very close to that. And I am only about, I think I'm like 200 points from earning leaders retreat. How do I know that I'm going to go to Florida? Because I told myself when it came out, I'm going to go to Florida. And I believe that. And I did everything with that mindset. I've been setting goals. I've been sharing my results with the products. I have been nerding out on some product knowledge because when people ask me a question about a specific thing, I don't want to go, I want to say, here's what I know. I have tried this product or it's on my list to try. Let me see if I can find some information from somebody who has tried that product. As of today, I think I've tried every single product that Plexus has. So that's very helpful for me. Let's see. Let's see. My what if is really just not being able, like just being able to be comfortable, not having to worry about money. My husband had a great job. We were very blessed, but unfortunately the one thing that we didn't have paid off was our house. And so that's a burden to me. So my plan from the beginning was I'm going to get this trip to Florida. And not only am I going to earn the trip, but I'm going to go to the 3rd level at least. So that is my goal. And my person that is coming with me is on this call as well, or on the Zoom as well. She is my one of my really good friends. Her name is Marissa McCullers, and she signed up about 2 weeks ago. And she, about 10 minutes before this Zoom started, went silver. So so I had very first call that we had, I said, you're coming to Orlando with me, mark these days in your calendar. We're going to be there and you're going to love all the things that it has to offer. Let me back up for 1 second. I forgot to tell you guys that 2 weeks after I signed up, I went to Nashville for a Daring to Be Diamond. And holy cow, that was another why that I wanted to go to Florida, because being in that environment and with all of those ladies, y'all, it's like something you will never, ever, ever experience anywhere else. Like truly 100%, you will never experience that anywhere else. So Marissa and I will not only be in Florida, but we will also be in Phoenix in January. So that is my little spiel for y'all. The only other thing that I really wanted to say is, one thing to me that was like, I don't want to be that annoying person that constantly asks people, right? And so my mindset is when I go to somebody and they say no, they don't really mean it. They mean it right now. So I'm going to put them on a list and I'm going to circle back around to them. And, if it gets to be to the point where I kind of feel like I'm inconveniencing them, then I'll say, hey, here's what I have to offer. If you truly aren't interested, then I'm going to put you on a list to follow up with you in like 6 months, because I think you may change your mind. I have had 4 people sign up under me by me just simply circling back around to them and them saying, you know what, I do really want to try this. And my philosophy on the whole thing is, what happens if I don't share with my friend, let's just say Amy, and then 6 months from now, Amy comes to me and she goes, oh my gosh, I have the best products. You have to try them. And I say, well, what are they? And she says, well, this company called Plexus. And I go, why didn't I just share with you 6 months ago? I was so worried about sharing with you, but now you've signed up and you've gotten the benefits of these products. And I missed out on that opportunity. So I challenge you guys to really believe in yourself, believe in the business, step outside of your comfort zone, and you will go far. Thank you.
You did amazing. And the one thing that I got from everything that you said that I hope everybody captured, she said yes to events. She came to Daring to Be Diamond. She is registered for Super Saturday in January. These are not cheap things to do, to fly and to find childcare and to inconvenience yourself. But yet she knows that her why is strong enough that she's not going to put her toe in. She's not going to put her foot in. She's going to straight up dunk on in to the experience, because what is that? What happens when you don't? That means you say no to all of those dreams. And she said, I'm going because I said to myself, I'm going. That is huge. So her mindset is in the right place. And I mean, if you're looking at her going, well, she's doing it because she has a running buddy. Marissa's going to do it with her. She doesn't have anything different than each of you have. So we can all earn this trip. And I'm really proud of you, Lauren. Super, super proud of you.
Thank you. And I want to say, can I say one more thing real quick?
Yeah.
So on that note, I didn't have a running buddy when I came to Nashville. I did not know a single person except for Alita. And I stayed in a room with 3 other ladies that I had never met. And I'm telling you, I just made myself in with all the different diamond groups and got to know everybody, asked lots of questions about products. So you can definitely do it, even if you don't have a running partner. You just got to jump in and know that, believe in yourself. Know you can do it.
I love that too. And before I pass this over to my friend Victoria, and a lot of people in Plexus kind of have this idea. It's like this was meant to be. So I'm going to tell you now, if you have a dream planted in your heart, and whatever that dream might be, I want to do something huge for my family. I want to start something special with extra money. I want to bless another family. Whatever that dream is in your heart that you're thinking about right now, that Plexus appears to be the vehicle for, that dream was not just placed there mysteriously. It was planted there. And that dream that's planted there, you are given all that you need to help that dream grow and come to fruition. And so that's what this Zoom call is. If you're on here, You are watering that seed and you're allowing it to grow, and we're all going to be here cheering you on. And so I want you guys to cheer for Victoria. Victoria has earned Leaders Retreat. She is an absolute commitment to be able to bring as many people as she can with her. So she's going to tell you her rank. She's going to tell you all about her experience trying to get to this amazing trip called Leaders Retreat. All right, I'm muting. Go for it, Victoria.
Hi, thank you, Jen, for this opportunity. It means so much to me. My name is Victoria Batson. I am from Nashville, Tennessee, and I am a gold ambassador with Plexus. And I'm like 3 people away from senior gold, and I can't wait to get there. So when I got started in July of 2020, all I wanted to do was pay for my products. That's it. In fact, my husband and I got started because there was a girl in our church who was really working towards being able to stay home with her kids while her husband was fighting brain cancer. And so we decided that whatever we were going to do, we were going to jump in with both feet to make sure that she was successful. And so there's where my mindset started. It had nothing to do with me, nothing to do with my husband, nothing. So maybe just a little extra spending money. That's pretty much all I thought about, but nothing major. Then without even realizing I did it, like I didn't even know there was such a thing called Leaders Retreat. Jennifer Schock texted me and said, "Oh my word, you just earned Leaders Retreat and the traveling cash." And I was like, what even is that? Like, I had no idea. And so when she told me about it, I was like, well, this is kind of cool. And then COVID. So I didn't get to go last year because of that. But this year, Leaders Retreat will fall on our spring break. And because of COVID and not being able to go last year, I pretty much told Jen, I don't think I'm going to be able to go. It's our spring break. And she read right through it that it was really my nerves and going somewhere without anybody that I know. And she basically begged me to make sure that I'm there if I earn it. So I asked my husband, and this is key, you guys. I asked my husband about it, and he was like, you need to go. You need to make plans, and you need to earn it, and you need to go. And so I agreed, and I started working on it. I went to Daring to be Diamond because it was right here in Nashville. And at that event, someone talked about sharing all of the potential that this business has to offer. And I've been afraid of that this entire time. Jennifer Schock told me, you might be able to get to gold by yourself, but you won't be able to get to senior gold and above all alone. And so I've been afraid of sharing the business. I'm a pastor's wife, and I never wanted to seem like I was pushing something that was selfish. And I did it anyway. I'm looking around at people in our church and in my life that can really use the money, the extra income, and the trips, and to be pampered and loved on. And I want to see that happen for people. So I started sharing the business and talking about the potential that it has to help people like me. I was a single mom too for 7 years, and I get struggle. I understand it. And I don't, if there's something within my hands that I can say, hey, you can do this and take control of your life, that's what I want to do. And so it worked. I don't know what happened. Something clicked after hearing that it's possible, after hearing that people want to know what I'm doing, and that confidence that I got at Daring to be Diamond from so many people that just dared to dream. It put something in me. I actually explained to somebody that for so long, I forgot how to dream for myself because I was used to the bottom falling out all the time. And it was hard for me to see how if I push real hard, this could actually happen. And it could be a blessing at the same time. So I decided to let go of that fear and do what was taught to me at Daring to be Diamond, and everything that Jennifer has literally almost beat into my brain, that you can do this. And so I just did. And I started sharing and I started telling people, like, as soon as I talked to them, if you don't think you can afford your products, let's get 3 people and you have running buddies with you and you have accountability partners. And let's earn you that $350 so that you next month, you won't have to worry about where the money's going to come from with your products. And all I can say is it worked. I've consistently shared my own journey and continue to sign people up on my own, but they started seeing their own potential. And I was able to develop 4 level 1 silvers and 1 level 2 silver just last month. And that's when I earned Leaders Retreat. So now I'm looking forward to being there, which is scary, and making new friends, which is also scary. And honestly, stepping so far out of my comfort zone, it's not even funny, but I'm so excited about the potential that it brings for me and my family and everybody that's on my team. And from what I hear, all the food is amazing too. So I'm excited about that. I'm telling my team that they can do this too. I'm telling you that you can do this too. If I can earn Leaders Retreat on accident, like for real, y'all, you can do this. Just keep sharing, be super consistent about sharing. Don't let a day go by that you don't share some victory that's happened, because there's not a day that goes by that there's not a victory. Share your journey, pursue your own financial freedom. You can win this trip and you can do it on purpose and end up getting the prizes. Like, you can earn the trip on accident, but do things on purpose and get the extra prizes. That's all I have.
You did so amazing. And guys, first of all, everybody unmute and cheers, because she is our Silver Stars earner. She just earned Silver Stars.
Let's go, Victoria.
Yay!
Congrats.
Awesome.
Happy for you.
All right, so here's what I want you to hear from what she's sharing. And I see her upline on here. Jen Schock is on here as well. She's cheering her on in the chat. And you heard Victoria say that Jen didn't let her play small. So I want you to picture your child on the diving board and they're like, I can't do it, I'm scared. And you're like, you're right, you can't do it. And you scoop your baby up and you take it on off this diving board. And they're in the kitchen and you're making dinner and they're like, I can't eat that. And you're like, you're right, you can't. And you dump the food in the trash. Like, this is not leadership. We don't do that for people. If they say they can't eat it, you say, no, you can eat it and you're going to love it. Seriously, watch. And you show them how good it is. They're on the diving board, say, I know it's scary, but you know what it's going to feel like when you get in that water and your head pops back up and you say, I did it. I actually dived off this diving board. That is our job. Being clear is kind. Do not say, oh, I'm not qualified to push someone to greatness. Then who is? Because I know that there are so many people that have championed for me, and that has been part of that story. Champion people. That's exactly what I see Jen doing for Victoria. And now I see Victoria doing that for her people. So congratulations on all that you've accomplished and all that you will accomplish, Victoria. Now we're going to hear from my very funny, amazing friend, Connie, and she is going to share about something that happened at Leaders Retreat. And it's something I said to her, but anyhow, I want you guys to hear this because I think it's really special. You never know what will happen.
Okay. Thank you for that lovely introduction. My name is Connie Shute. And so my first Leaders Retreat was, like Victoria said, it was completely by accident. I had signed up. I had decided to go silver immediately and I got hooked. I was like, these products are amazing. I know so many people that need this. And I'm telling you, I was sharing left and right. I was on fire. I was on fire for the products. Now, what's funny is I didn't believe that I could be a diamond. I didn't believe that I could be a jewel, but I did believe in the products and I knew a lot of people that needed them. And so I just started sharing. And it's so funny that Victoria shared her story because it was so similar to mine. My upline, Lisa, was like, Conster? She calls me Conster. She was like, you're like, you got Leaders Retreat. And I'm like, what is Leaders Retreat? And she was like, it's a retreat. It's amazing. She talks and she's got this really loud, high pitched voice. And I was like, okay, what is it? She was like, well, we go and it's just amazing. You have to go. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I almost didn't want to go. I didn't know what it was. And I was like, who else going to be there? And she was like, all the diamonds will be there and all the jewels. Now I have been watching Diamond Docs. I watch Diamond Docs every day, and I watched all these Plexus people that were jewels and diamonds in the company make videos on YouTube, and it inspired the crap out of me. So I watched them all the time. And so in my mind, these people were like famous, right? And Jen Leith was one of them. So needless to say, I get to Leaders Retreat, and me and Lisa were fixing to get on the elevator, and the elevator pops open, and here's Jennifer Leith. And in my mind, she's like a star. She's like the redheaded queen of Plexus. And she gets off the elevator. She looks at me. She does not know who I am because I was so new. And she was like, well, don't you just look like a diamond? And I was like, oh my God, Becky, really? I was like, it made me so excited. I was like, oh my God, a diamond just told me that I look like a diamond. And Lisa was like, Conster. And she hits me all the time. That's her way of showing love. She's like, but you are going to be a diamond one day. So and I'm telling you, that was amazing to me. And I told Jennifer the other day, I was like, I will never forget that. I will never forget how much that uplifted me, because you see all these people, and this is a point I want to make too. You see all these people that make these videos, and they seem like the Plexus stars, the diamonds, the jewels, and we look up to them, right? And we see them do these videos and do things that sometimes are out of our own comfort zone. And we think, oh my gosh, they're so brave, and we aspire to be like them, right? And then you meet them or you see them in this amazing environment. And when I tell you Plexus, like when they rent out a hotel, like it doesn't look like Orlando Resort or Opryland Resort or whatever. It looks like a Plexus resort. There is Plexus banners everywhere. They've got stuff on the walls. I mean, it literally looks like a Plexus convention center. It's phenomenal. But you see all these people that almost just seem kind of Plexus famous to you. And I realized very quickly, I was like, after, just talking to people and stuff, I'm like, they're no different than me, like they don't have anything more special than I have. And every single one of them are so different. You've got hundreds of diamonds, and every single personality is different. Some are introverted, some are completely extroverted. Some are, terrified to speak on videos, and some are not. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But it was so eye-opening to me to think, okay, you know what? I really can do this. Like, and all I need is just to believe that I can. And one thing for sure, when you go to this, because everybody on here, if you're on here, like Jennifer said, a seed has been planted and it is being watered. So I'm about to just overflow your water bucket. When you win this trip and you go to this trip, there will be nothing that will ever be able to drag you away from Plexus. Like wild horses couldn't drag me away from this. I don't care if I never hit another rank in my life. I will never, ever leave this company. I will never not be a part of something so completely incredible. The community, the people that are in charge of us, Alec and Tarl, and the people at corporate, when I tell you they love you, they love us, and they show so much appreciation for us. Like, it's absolutely incredible. And you have to be there to experience it. I can't even put it into words how absolutely amazing it is to be at an event and realize what you're a part of and realize just how special you feel that God gave you this urge to say yes, or that someone else gave you just that the kick in the rear to say, you're just going to do it. Okay. You will never regret it. And you'll be so glad that you did, because it will build belief in you like nothing else. That's all.
You're
Amen.
the best. I love listening to you. We're all over here laughing, but let's just be serious. Lisa got her to the retreat. I said something to her that meant a lot. You never know that someone that you get to Leaders Retreat, what they might hear that might change everything for them, because they can't hear it all from you. Megan Malakovic, we got her to convention, but it was someone on stage that said something that opened her eyes to what the potential was for her. Getting to these events is key. Connie, you're amazing. We love you. So listen to this. I'm about to have Shannon share with you her experience with Leaders Retreat and the things that she's earned and what it's done for her and her business. You guys, you can earn the actual trip to Orlando, a VIP reception and a gift for you and a guest. You can get tickets to Disney World or Universal Studios. You can get traveling cash and even more cash, and then a $2,500 shopping spree. Every time I do these shopping sprees, I buy everything for my kitchen. I'm like, I do not need leather leggings. I want baking pans or whatever. So there's so much potential here. Shannon is going to share with you about the Leaders Retreat she's earned, the top prices that she's earned, and I'm going to be quiet.
Hey, everyone. Thanks so much for having me on. I feel really honored to get to be on here sharing. And I'm a senior Ruby with Plexus. I've been here since 2017, I think. And the first year I earned Leaders Retreat was in 2019, and I earned the trip to San Diego. And I just wanted to get there. I just wanted to get there because I had already made friends in the company because I'd been to convention. And for me, it was, I have to go see these people again. I have to spend time around them because they were amazing. And I want to take my husband because it was in San Diego and they were going to do a party on the Midway. And my husband is a crazy World War II nerd. And so I had to go. I had to take him. And so when I told him I earned it and I told him about the party on the Midway, he was freaking out and it was so fun. And that trip I earned all the way up to right before the shopping spree. So I had never been, and I was just happy to earn all those prizes and thought, it's fine. I don't need the shopping spree. I'll come back to that. So I go, I take Ryan. We have the most amazing time. It builds his belief too, which is so important. Like when you can get your husband to an event, that's huge. He was already supportive of me, but even now he's so much more supportive. Like he is in this for me and he sees what it's done for me and our family and how this is just a great platform for my gifts. But the events were amazing. The food is amazing. They always say we're not covering any of the food, whatever. There's enough snacks to make 2 meals out of it. I mean, you can get one of each little dessert. You feel so special and so loved, and all of the details are thought about, and you do get the most amazing training. So Jen, you spoke at that one, and I still remember what you spoke about the types of birds, and you could be an eagle, and I still remember, okay, like it sticks with me. And I just remember being in that room thinking, wow, these are the top people in the company, and I can't believe I'm here, and I feel so special. And then they always launch a product, you guys, and then you get to test the product before everybody else does. And that was so fun to be like, oh, look what I got to try. And I'm a little competitive. Can you tell? I just love that. So it was so fun, but just to hang with friends and to build more relationships and meet more people and network. And there was just nothing like it. I loved it. And so I knew I had to earn it again. So my husband and I in San Diego got into an Uber. We were going to go up to La Jolla, and we ride shared with this other couple, and she got in the car. We're talking about where she was from. She's like, yeah, I earned the shopping spree. I'm like, you did? I'm like, oh man, I was already telling myself it was fine. I didn't care that I didn't earn it. And she was telling me about it. She told me all about the shopping spree and how they flew her out early and she got to stay 2 extra days. And I was like, what? I can't believe I didn't go for that. Like my over competitive drive was like, I am not missing that next year. So last year I earned it all. I was the top earner on my entire team and I earned it all. And then COVID happened and I didn't get to go, but my leader, Sarah Marble, is amazing, and she coordinated us in Dallas. So we still went and we shopped together, and it was so fun. But you guys, I'm a frugal girl, and I never did this for the money. So being handed a $2,000 gift card to Nordstrom's was extremely anxiety provoking for me because I've never had that kind of money before. So it was really hard for me to spend all that money. I still have some money left. I'm not going to lie. I know. And this year, here's what happened is I'm like, okay, I can do this. So this year, my goal is to earn the shopping spree so I can just go buy a $500 purse if I want to and not worry about it, because I didn't do that last time. But also with that, I want to earn that again because I didn't get to have the in-person experience last year. And I know the in-person experience is huge, and I want to have that for myself. And so that is what I ended up earning last year. I just wanted the luggage. I thought I have to have that luggage. I need that. And then as I got closer, I thought, okay, I'm gonna earn this. And then this year, when they announced retreat, I was like, oh, that's it. I'm going. And my goal is, of course, the Disney tickets, but then, of course, the shopping spree. And I don't want to not go all the way because I'm sure the big event with Alec and Taro will just be amazing. But here's one thing I'll tell you that really made a difference for me the year I decided to go for Leaders Retreat, which was a Diamond was sharing about how you should never give up because you never know what's going to happen. Even today, if you feel like you're at low points and you don't think you're going to make it, don't stop working, because every year something happens. There's a magical switch in your business where you end up taking off, or every now and then some crazy things happen, like double points. I heard one year there was triple points. You just don't know what will happen. So keep going. And I've experienced that. I've seen that happen. So don't give up. And my best advice going forward is don't stop. So you're working right now for this retreat, but don't stop working the way you're working now. And that's what I've done the last 2 years. The way I started working for San Diego is the way I've always worked. And so Success Sprints has been really fun for me. I've earned all of the prizes because I've never stopped working the way I initially did to get that first retreat. And so just remember those habits you're developing now to get to Leaders Retreat, keep them. And don't stop. Maybe you won't have the same intensity, but you need to keep sharing. You need to keep taking care of your customers, and you need to remember that retention is important and keep building belief. But yeah, I can't ever miss a Leaders Retreat again. The training's amazing. And now I have so many more friends in this company because of COVID and all these Zooms that I need to see you all in person.
I love that you said that about don't just stop because you gave up. Like, oh, I guess I'm not going to get it, because you really don't know what's around the corner. And I will say, something on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, I really feel like is going to explode our business. So just saying, that's just something to put in your back pocket. Okay, so you're going to be at the shopping spree, and I'm going to force you to buy something completely ridiculous and expensive.
Do it. The one thing I didn't buy that I should have bought was a Tory Burch purse. It was like $300, and I just couldn't justify it. I'm like, I've never spent $300 on one thing. And I mean, $150 shoes was enough to make my anxiety go, oh, can I do this? I mean, we lived on $35 a week for groceries, 12 years ago. It's just, yeah.
Oh. Okay, so
trying to learn how to enjoy it, to enjoy the gifts.
I can see a post coming in the future on all of this. Seriously. So good. Thank you, Shannon. And so now we're going to talk about leadership. Leadership is this. Instead of corporate America stomping on everybody's head to get to the top, what we do is we turn around, reach a hand out, grab hold of someone, and pull them up with us. And my friend, Diamond Megan Milakovic, she's going to share with you just how important and how much it is your responsibility as a leader to get other people earning this trip.
Hey everyone. Okay, so I love Leaders Retreat. Actually, I love any Plexus event that there ever is. If there's a chance to travel, like I am the first person to book a flight and say, I'm there, I'm going, because I just love it so much. I love the community. I love being around people, and I love being around other like-minded people. And that's what we have really found in Plexus, is that there's so many of us who want to grow, who want to up-level our lives, who want to do bigger things, who want to make an impact on the world, who want to grow our leadership skills. And you don't find that everywhere. Like when you have like just a regular conversation with somebody, they're not talking about stepping out of their comfort zone and doing really scary things. And like, if you're afraid of it, people are probably like, well, just don't do it. Like, why would you do it scared? And we're like, we seek the thrill of like doing something scary and stepping out of our comfort zone. And everyone's like cheering and they're like, this is amazing. And it's just such a different culture. I love the Plexus culture because we are so encouraging. We truly believe that when one person is successful, it does not take away from your success. Like every single person on here can earn Leaders Retreat. They can be successful. They can earn the prizes. They can do all the things. And when one person reaches a rank and we celebrate, that doesn't mean you can't reach that rank if somebody else does. And so that's what I love. There's not like this little pie, and if you take out a piece, then there's not enough for somebody else. That's not the way that it works. We have this abundance mindset, not a scarcity mindset when it comes to this business, sharing these products, hitting the ranks, all the different things that are there. And so I remember my very first Leaders Retreat, and I was brand new. I was a brand new silver when they had announced it at convention, and convention was my very first event. I'd only had a few people on my team. And when they were there, they started talking about Leaders Retreat. And everyone was like freaking out. They're like, this is amazing. And I'm like, I don't even know what Leaders Retreat is. Like, I literally had no clue. I had no clue who all the diamonds were when I went to convention. Like, you know how you have those moments where you see people and you're like, oh my gosh, I literally didn't know anybody. Like, Alita was introducing people to me. And later on, I was like, oh my gosh, those were like really important people. I just had no clue. I wasn't like infiltrated into Plexus yet. I guess that's the word. Like, I wasn't really watching Diamond Docs. I hadn't been doing any of that. And so much of that changed after convention. And so I remember they were like, you have to earn Leaders Retreat. Like, this is a big deal. This is a free trip. You have to earn it. And I was like, okay. So I remember, you guys, this was back before Plexus had trackers in the virtual office. Okay. I literally had to print out my tracker that somebody had made, right? And I would handwrite names in and how many points they were. Okay. Like, I kid you not. This is what we were doing back then. You guys have no idea how good you have it now. You just sign somebody up and Plexus tracks it and they have all the numbers and all the things. But I would literally have to go through my back office, handwrite all the people. And I remember I had a strategic plan. And I'm not usually a planner, but I printed out all of the frequently asked questions. I printed out exactly every single thing that you needed to do. What was what, how many points you got for this. And I was like, okay, this is what I have to do. And I ended up blowing my plan out of the water. My goal was literally just to make it there. And then when I earned it really fast, I was like, oh, there's all these other prizes and things. And I remember going to like the VIP reception and they had champagne with pink drink. And I was like, this is so cool. And they had this nitrogen popcorn that was like frozen and you'd blow on it and how it was crazy smoke. I mean, Plexus does insane things. And I remember, so I brought with me one of my very first runners. It was Caitlin Morlino. And Phil and I had talked about it and I was like, babe, I really want you to come. But I was like, we really thought that Caitlin needed to come to this because she hadn't been to an event yet. And she was, a new gold. And we were like, we got to do this. So she came with me and we got to experience all of the magic of Plexus at events. And literally it's like, you turn around one corner and you're like, oh my gosh, how could it get any cooler? And then you show up at this party and you're like literally down to the little cookies and the table signs and this and that. Everything is decked out in Plexus. And while Leaders Retreat is so much fun, right? I feel like it's more of a like fun event because you earned it. Convention is more like you sit down and you learn all the things. But when you go to Leaders Retreat, there is some fantastic training. I remember John Maxwell was speaking at the very first one that I went to. And he was talking about how leaders have foresight and how we need to be able to look at that. Sorry, my little guy's coming up the steps. He's almost ready for bed. And he was talking about how leaders need to have foresight. And this is something that I feel like my husband has always been really good at in our business. And it's something that I have learned along the way. And what that means is you are able to kind of like vision and look to the future of what that's going to look like in your business and what are those needs going to be. So like for right now, you're sitting here and maybe you're just focusing on, well, I just need to get to Leaders Retreat, which is very important. And you do need to get there. But what I will challenge you with, if you have foresight, you will say, not only do I need to get here, but who are the people on my team that I need to get here? Who are the other people who need to earn this, who need to catch this vision, who you know that if they can get to a Plexus event, it will change everything for them. Like Connie said, after that, she's like, I will never, ever leave Plexus. Like, I love it so much. That's what I want you guys to do. I want you to visualize a year from now. I want you to look more in the future. And I want you guys to say, who is it that I'm going to take with me? Who is it that I'm going to help train alongside of me? Because this is all that leadership is, you guys. Okay. It's really simple. We overcomplicate it in our heads. All leadership is you learning something and then you teach it to somebody else. Okay, so it's not this crazy thing. It's super simple. You listen to a podcast, you share the content with someone. You hop on a Zoom like this and you had an aha moment, you learned something, you share it with somebody on your team. It doesn't have to be this profound thing. It's just you learn something and you teach it down. So I want to encourage you guys with that. You want to earn this, but who else on your team do you want to earn this? Pour belief into them, help encourage them. And then we get to celebrate and have a super fun party when we all get there. And it's the best thing ever. So that's what I have for you guys.
Fabulous. Fabulous. And that's so the basis of all of this, Leaders Retreat. And one of my favorite leaders, we've gotten to know each other through our Power Hour. Megan, that was amazing, by the way. Is my friend Stacy. And this is going to be so good for you guys because Stacy is going to share with you how her business kind of stayed in the same place. And you're going to hear what has happened for her and what has changed for her with her determination. And then we're going to get into action. So we are going to end with Stacy. She's going to share with you about strategizing an action plan, but also I want you to hear what has happened in her business and be so encouraged by it.
Well, thank you. And I have to thank you for having me go last after all of these fantastic people. So thanks. All right. So I am here to hopefully inspire some of you that have been in this business for a while. I don't know if you want to raise your hand, but have you been here 5 years or more? That's me. It'll actually be 6 years for me in January. So a teeny bit of my story real quickly is that I was fast track, that's what they used to call it, gold in my very first month. And that is where I stayed for the next 4 years. I kept telling everybody that I was stuck, and so I was. Fast forward, I actually just hit Senior Ruby at the end of October, I think that's right. So along with that, though, you guys, has been so much growth and personal growth and mindset work and just believing finally that this business opportunity is just as important, if not more important, than our incredible products. And I'm trying to remember who said it, but somebody was sharing that they were afraid to share the business opportunity with people. And that was me. I didn't want to be that person for that long, for a long time, I didn't want to be that person. And I really had to get over the fact that it wasn't really about that. It was about, we had something that we could offer. And so I did start talking to people about the business. I have been able to help people go fast start silver, several people, fast start gold. So triple ranked in her first month, fast start senior gold, those types of things. And here's what has happened. I have never once earned Leaders Retreat, not once. Part of it, I'm going to tell you, is because I was not a preferred customer person. And so I do think that some of it had to do with the fact that there used to be a heavy emphasis on PV, which I never had. I always had very low PV. So if you're new, that doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but if you're along with me, it might. And I'm so thankful for just the changes that have happened. And again, the changes with me. So I now have been able to help people on my team earn Leaders Retreat already. I've never earned it myself, and I have team members that have earned it already. And I have a team member that has already earned the $250 travel cash. And I have another team member who I think is still on this call right now, who has actually earned the trip and the first travel cash, but still needs one more to make it to 3 for potential or for newbies. So that will be coming soon as well. So you guys, I've earned Leaders Retreat for the first time. And it will be 6 years that I will have been with this company. And I will tell you, I have experienced Leaders Retreat. I went as a guest twice with 2 different people. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's recorded. Don't show anybody. But I never earned it on my own. So it wasn't as meaningful as this is going to be. So if you see me at Leaders Retreat, which I expect to see all of you, I'm going to cry, just so you know, because it's something that I finally have figured out how to do. And on top of that, I plan to earn that shopping trip. Like, that is something that I have had my sights set on forever. I will have a hard time spending the money, but not that hard that I won't spend it. So there's that part, but I am on track to earn the top prizes even. So it's just that shift, you guys. It's helping people on your team realize what this business is all about and helping them to rise up. And then that helps you to rise up and to earn all of the things as well. So it's really, as you know, it's recruiting. So you're recruiting, you're helping your team recruit. It's the retention month after month. So making sure that follow-up is really solid. And then the rank, either maintaining the rank or of course, ranking up, which honestly gets you the most amount of points, and your subscription. So just making sure your subscription is on and that is all set. But it's just really, it's that simple process of doing that over and over and over again. And I am planning to see all of you in Orlando in March, and I'm super excited about that.
Everybody loves you. We always love you. Have your talks, seriously. And here's the thing, every time people speak, they're auditioning for leadership. And so I don't know if you caught that when Stacy was sharing, but openness, vulnerability, determination, these are all things that each one of you can embody. So let's just talk one more minute about this. Recruiting. If you're saying to yourself, well, how do I recruit? Nobody wants the business. Like I can just get them to order the products. This is where the whole being clear is kind comes in. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do a messenger chat party, or I'm going to come to your house and you're going to invite your 5 closest friends, or we're going to do a Facebook event. And if they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that, say, no worries. I take care of it. Just come along for the ride. You might say, well, that's not my personality. I don't feel comfortable with it. This is allowing people to step into greatness before they even know what greatness is. This is not an easy thing, but it is a skill that it can be learned. And Plexus is going to continue to pour into and grow those leadership skills. Just think about this. If people in our communities experience the growth in leadership, tell me that that would not be a marked change in the way that we operate with each other in the world. Okay, if we all had this ability to be able to operate on this higher level with respect, with dignity, with belief, with dreaming, these are all things I want for my children. And these are all things that I want for all of you. Because when we can do big things, it shows other people that big things are possible. And so there's zero reason why you and someone else on your team cannot earn this trip. And I'm going to pray that you guys put this into action. Start recruiting, bring people in with products, and then move them into earning their first paycheck. If you can do that, if you can get them into the company and earning a paycheck, they are 80% more likely to stay with the company. If you do not do that, they are likely to not stay with the company. I always call it a dopamine squirt. Anytime you can have a dopamine squirt, that's probably a horrible way to say it, but that's the best analogy for me, because the minute they're like, "Pooh, that felt good. Let's do it again." Then you have someone moving into momentum. Retention, if you're new and you're like, I don't know what that word means, it means keeping your people. We don't do it in desperation. We actually do it in a way that allows them to move into better health. And also, the more products they try, what's the likelihood if they tried 10 products that they're going to stick with 3? That's probably pretty likely, right? If you only start them on one product and they end up not wanting it, then you have no order. But if you get them to try a bunch of different products, they don't have to like them all. That's why there's all these flavors of ice cream. Like, I wouldn't dare touch black walnut ever. It's disgusting, but my husband loves it. P.S. I could spend that entire shopping spree in about 5 minutes, and I could spend yours too. Okay. I have no problem spending money. That's a problem for me. But anyways, I wanted to mention that. And finally, maintaining your rank. At the end of the month, you should be looking at all of your people and seeing if they are maintaining their rank. Okay, that's not going to give you Leaders Retreat credits, but this is an incredible business strategy. If somebody does a slow fade backwards, it's over. Like the slow fade backwards is them slowly putting their business to rest. Keep them in their rank because it actually creates imposter syndrome for them. If they go and look at their rank and it says Senior Ruby, but they know they're not really that, every time they introduce themselves to someone at a Plexus event, they're like, I'm Senior Ruby, but I'm not maintaining. That is so bad for them. That is so bad for their mindset. If they are 20 points away, make it happen. Get them to their rank. Keep them at their rank. That is such a gift for them, and it shows them that they are able to stay as a business person, or they have a solid foundation. This is so good for you to get in that practice, and then helping people rank up. You know, when Lauren joined, do you think that she thought she'd be gold so quickly? No, but she didn't think about the big picture at the moment. She thought about who can I go and tell? And then she started to allow that momentum to build. So recruit, retain, and rank up. Really work on those 3 things. Make your strategy, reverse engineer. Take your 700 credits, subtract what you already have, and then begin filling the puzzle pieces in to see what you need to do to earn this trip. Get your family, all of your shareholders, your husband, your children, get them all on board. Put the plan on your refrigerator. Have your child say to you, did you get somebody to silver yet? Get lipstick right on your bathroom mirror. Orlando or bust. Buy Disney Mickey Mouse ears and wear them and take pictures of yourself. Vision cast for yourself. Or if you don't want to do that and you want to go to Universal, get a Harry Potter wand. Do whatever it takes for you to start believing and walking in the path to you achieving this. Because when you do and you post pictures of yourself on this trip, I promise you, your neighbor's going to be like, what are you doing? And then your sister's going to go, you didn't tell me you could earn trips. The biggest business builders I have ever gotten came from me posting about earning trips like this. Okay. So this is all part of the master plan of you daring to be diamond, which is the retreat that we just did in Nashville, and we will do it again in October of next year. So go ahead and pencil us in. It was such a great experience. Thank you guys for giving us an hour of your night. Go make your plan. No excuses, because each one of you, there's a seat waiting for you in Orlando, courtesy of Plexus. Can't wait to squeeze your neck, kiss your face, and I believe in you. You guys have a great rest of your night, and I'll post this recording.